David Sanger is the chief Washington correspondent for the New York Times. David, good morning.
Good morning. Good to be with you.
David, we've heard this morning of the skepticism on Capitol Hill, even from Democrats, about an attack on Syria. So how risky a move is this for the president?
Well, it is risky because before he made the decision to go to Congress, he recognized that he was pretty much alone. The British had decided to opt out, and they're going to stay out. There's no chance of getting a resolution through the UN Security Council. And so without congressional approval, the president would be in a position of truly acting alone. I think that his decision to go to Congress was motivated by two things. First, to get some political cover, and secondly, to take many in Congress, including many who've been critical of him, and put them in the same box he's in, which is to decide first whether to take military action, but secondly, how limited that should be, because as we've discussed on this show before, one of the risks is that you take some kind of symbolic action, and then in the end, Assad survives it and ends up looking stronger. So if there are limits to be placed on the American military action, I think the president wants the Congress to be part of that as well.
So what changed on Friday night? I mean, going up to this, we had just heard there was a theoretical red line. We now have compelling evidence from these tissue samples. This gas was used. So why now? Is this indecisiveness? Is it inclusiveness? Why ask Congress for approval?
I don't think anything changed on the evidence, Benita. I think all of the change was on the politics of this. The president didn't want to be as isolated. He had heard many in Congress say, how come we're not being consulted? He made a decision to go do that. It's a risky decision on several fronts. First, if he does not get the authorization from Congress and then he goes ahead and acts anyway, then he's even more isolated than he was before. Secondly, if Congress ends up doing what the British Parliament did and turning this down, it will make it look as if the United States is pulling back from the world at a time that many in the Middle East believe we are anyway. As your own reports have indicated in the past few minutes, there are many abroad who are wondering whether the president has gotten weak-kneed here. And I think that for the Israelis, for the Saudis, for others who are concerned about the president's willingness to, say, confront Iran if the nuclear situation turns worse, they are looking at this with considerable nervousness.
All right, David Sanger in Washington, thank you very much.